did, just do the wudu again. So we learn about wudu, and also we learn about tayammum. Tayammum means dry ablution. So dry ablution is like when you don't have water, and when you are not well, like you are very sick, if you feel like putting the hand in the water, you may feel more sickness. And what if you are on the journey? And there is one more condition, like you have water but it's limited, you don't have enough though. Like if you drink it, that's that much you have, only you have enough to drink the water. So in that sense also you will do the ablution, dry ablution, and that is called tayammum. And what is tayammum? Patting the hands on the mud or sand, dry sand, and then wiping your hands and on your face, that's it. And once Sahaba means companion, he didn't know that dry ablution or tayammum means just patting the on face and hands. So what he did, he completely rolled down himself on the sand, and then he mentioned to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh, he started laughing and he said, no, you are not supposed to do that. A dry ablution is just like you have to just do this clear surface, the clear surface. And sometimes some ulama says even some dust also. Some people say there is dust on the wall, but the correct way of doing it, if you verify and go into detail about it for the tayammum, you have to make sure that first and foremost it is clean. You can't use those sand which is unclean, especially where they are any kind of animals are roaming around, so there will be a doubt. Acha, you do it in class sometimes? Okay, that's good. So yeah, if you could, if the dust is there, definitely you can, yes. And if dust is there, but there is a condition, because maybe you don't have time, or maybe you don't what 3 conditions I'll mention again, and accordingly you can decide it, and we'll talk about it. First and foremost, like you're not well, you're not able to put in the water, you don't have the water, and you are on the journey. These are the 3 conditions. But if you have water, go for the wudu. Doing the wudu, put your hands, especially you are concerned about how you don't want to remove your hijab and still you want to do the wudu. Just put your hands inside your hijab and wipe it and put in your ears too. That way you can do it. Many times it happens, especially I remember the public places where you have that thing in your mind, somebody may be watching, if it's open kind of thing. But you are saying you do it in school sometimes, and because you are wearing hijab and cap and socks. You remember last time you were there or not in the class, I mentioned for the socks, especially when you do wudu, the first thing when you are going to school or college, before going there, do the wudu properly and immediately wear the socks. Then when next time when you go to school, of course you can't keep the wudu for so long, you have to do again. Yes, you go out with wudu, but sometimes it happens you need to use the washroom, and sometimes you feel like you break your wudu. What you have to redo again? Yes, of course, when first time when you did the wudu and you wore the socks, okay, when you do the next time, you don't have to remove your socks and wash it, just you can wipe over the socks, okay. But the condition is when you did the wudu before going to school, you just did the wudu and wore the socks. That's the thing. And the next thing when you are doing next time in the school or wherever you are, that time you can wipe over the socks. Regarding your headscarf or cap, you have to put hands inside your cap or hijab and just wipe overhead, and also putting finger in your ears. That's the thing we have to. I verified this thing. I find out about this thing because we have done the whole course, and I have been working with the teens, and and we have been doing this in ICM and ISG also, the school, and there also we discuss this matter in detail. And this is the thing you have to. So it's no big deal, just loosen your scarf or lose your cap. That's the thing. It's very easy. It's no big deal. Inshallah, you can do it. Our intention matters, and Allah made our deen, our Islam, easy, not difficult for us. But these are the things why I'm mentioning, because you can't leave your prayer. No matter what. So there is a time of Salah, 5 Salah, it is on time. It's not like before Salah time starts, can you do it? No, absolutely no. It's a big no, you can't do it. What if you missed the Salah and you came home? Can you do the Khada? Like still you can do it. Yes, you can do it, but don't make it habit. Take the permission in the school and try it, because if you look all over the world, we are striving hard to practice Islam. In some places, you might have noticed in the news, they are struggling just for the headscarf, just for carrying themselves in jilbab and hijab and abaya. They are fighting for their identity, and Allah has given this opportunity for the Muslim woman and Muslim girl. So why don't we avail that? Allah has given that, like Allah has protect us. So when we are talking about Salah time, make sure you do it on time, and accordingly you adjust it, like depending upon your school timings and everything. But you have that app in the phone, you have to follow that, because I don't have to tell you right now, except that Fajr time, before sunrise, still like 5 minutes for sunrise, then don't do it. Except, and the sunset, 5 minutes are left for the sunset, that time you can't do the Asr time, like that's the time it's not allowed. These are the forbidden time, I'm mentioning it. But all 5 Salah you have to do it on time. Fajr prayer, the time for the Fajr or the morning prayer starts at the dawn and ends at the sunrise. Zuhr prayer, the time for Zuhr, our early afternoon prayer, starts when the sun begins to decline from its zenith and ends when the size of an object shadow is equal. But you don't have to go into detail, just I'm explaining, like you should know how much time do we have. But if you follow the app, that's enough for you. Every place the time differs. Even if you go here we have 2-3 masajid, mosque, right? If you go there also you will find, according to the distance we are covering and the time, little bit there is change. I mean to say 2-3 minutes there will be change, like especially when we open the fast at the time of Maghrib, we notice that how the time difference is there, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And for Maghrib prayer, do it on the time, because as soon as the sunset, then you have to do it. Don't delay. Sometimes you delay so much, especially I'm talking about when we open the fast and we get so much busy in eating, and it takes so much time, like 45 minutes or 1 hour. Don't delay so much. Have something and then pray, and you can have your food like how much time you want. And Isha prayer, you can the last thing you do before you go to sleep, you can do Isha prayer. But however, like here there is 2 things mentioned. You can do earlier also is fine, like as soon as Isha time starts, that also fine. And you can do it before sleeping also, that also fine. So there is no such thing like like Maghrib and Fajr, it's mentioned you have to do it on time. Rest of the thing also, there is a like you have still so much time, but make sure to do it on time. For the forbidden times, when sun began to rise until it was fully up, when the sun was at the height at midday till it passed the meridian, when the sun draw near to setting it till it had set. This is the forbidden. And concentrate on the Fajr prayer. Again I repeat that hadith in which when you are at the age of 7, you are supposed to have the training of Salah. By the age of 10, you have to do it. Otherwise, parents and your siblings, they have the right to reprimand and correct you, because this is important. This is mandatory for all of us. And now, the place of Salah. Place of Salah can be anywhere, but make sure it's clean. Make sure it is clean, pure. Of course, like like washrooms are not supposed to, not the praying place, okay, except the washroom. And also where the filth is there, impurity is there, especially when the trash is there, or you understand those kind of things which is not clean, and especially the dogs are roaming around, and those are the things you have to take care of. And also, you are not supposed to pray what you call shrines there, because those are the place forbidden, like graves, not there you have to. Otherwise, rest of the places you can inshallah pray. And also, dress for Salah. The dress for men should be such that it covers from the navel to the knee at least. Yeah, like especially in summertime, boys, they wear big if they wear capris kind of, that would be fine. But if they wear the shorts very short, that won't be enough. At least you can keep the what you call thobe. If you wore that thing and do the Salah, that's fine. And same thing for the girl, make sure it cover your back and front, and of course your feet and your hands completely covered. Or you can, these days you get a dress for the Salah and you can buy it, or you can keep the big gown for the Salah, and like you can keep the hijab for the Salah separately, and make sure you clean it, both the things, because we want our Salah to be accepted. You can't wear too tight clothes for the boys and girls, same thing. And also not see through. Boys, they don't have to cover the head, but if you wear the cap, that's fine, but that's not mandatory. But for the girls, they have to cover it. That's the thing we learn here. And different how many Salah we have to do? 5. Those are mandatory. And make sure you do the Fard Salah and do it on time. And today I thought of starting the stories of Prophet. Little bit I'll touch, because already because of misunderstanding we missed the time. I'm really sorry about that. So here today we're gonna just start the intro thing. I was thinking to start the stories of Prophet. There's a book, and in that we're going to learn about Prophet Nuh al-Islam. Little bit I'm going to share about that, and then we'll end the class for today. After Adam al-Islam, Allah blessed the descendants of Adam al-Islam, his children and grandchildren, and they spread and multiplied. Like children and after children, like their progeny. If Adam al-Islam had come back and seen them all someone had said to them, these are your descendants, Adam al-Islam would have been astonished, because so many are there. From Adam and Hawa, now so many children. So Adam al-Islam descendants founded many villages, like how the generation and generation to generation, how many are there. So these are the things, like when Adam al-Islam was there was nothing like doing the shirk, like believing other than Allah. But shaitan intercede, like shaitan put there in the mind to do the things which are forbidden, and he was trying to make the things like beautify the things, and shaitan tricks to do the shirk, believing in other than Allah. So Nuh al-Islam came very after many generations, and he was there for 950 years, his age. He tried to convey the message, but his own family didn't believe. In fact, his own son, that was the thing. And no one was doing shirk, but in the time of Nuh al-Islam, people started doing shirk. Why? Because their previous generation people, they made the pictures, and those pictures was from the righteous people, and they started believing in those pictures, and that's how the idol worship and those things started. So inshallah, today we end